Hi, welcome to the next video where we're going to be reviewing page 4 of our Essential Elements book for trumpet. So before you get started on line 1, let's review how to get a sound going on our trumpets. So for the most part, this is technically our instrument because we're going to be buzzing our lips in here, and this goes on the trumpet and the trumpet amplifies that sound. So we're going to make sure we're getting comfortable with this portion. So kind of like what I just did, we start off with the purring feeling to it. Kind of relax your lips a little bit. And then we're going to think of the word like yummy, right? So by combining both, you're going to be tightening up a little bit on your lips. It's going to feel kind of like you're making a weird smile. And it's going to focus that purring sound to this portion here. So just to kind of show you, and then I'm going to switch over to so you can kind of see how the muscles here tighten up a little bit. It felt like a little weird smile. We're going to try doing that with the mouthpiece. Remember, it's 50-50, so half of your top lip, half of your bottom lip. Not too high, not too low. So try practicing doing that a couple times. Once you get comfortable getting a sound going, remember, just practice those 2 steps, starting on and then adding the slight tightening of the corners of your mouth to get the buzz going. Once you get that going, practice kind of going up and down on it. It's going to sound kind of like a siren of sorts, or like a mosquito. Kind of just going up and down. And this is a good way to work out your lip muscles that you haven't really used much yet. Okay, and these are kind of like lip push-ups, so you do want to do these from time to time just to kind of warm up your lips. And basically going to be doing the same concept now with the trumpet. So on your own, try playing a couple different notes. Don't worry about pushing any valves down yet, just getting a good sound going, etc. Just kind of mess around, see how it feels playing lower and higher, and basically trying to get comfortable with the feeling of your lips vibrating. Okay. Now, as we get started with line 1, make sure you are practicing the correct hand position grip. Remember, you may or may not have that ring in the way, and that may change how you decide to position your third finger here. You can have it on the slide itself, up on top if this ring weren't there, down here, whatever hand position feels comfortable. The 3 main fingers that'll help here are your thumb, your index finger, and your pinky, which will for the most part always be down here. So those are the 3 main fingers. These 2 can mess around in terms of where you position them based on your hand size. Okay, so that's your hand position on your left hand. Your right hand goes right on top. Remember, pinky can go up here or right there. And the first note we're going to be learning here for line 1, the first note, is our G. So G doesn't require any fingers to be pushed down. Okay, and you're going to notice that there's another new note we're going to learn in the next page that, again, doesn't use any valves. It's going to be a little lower. So when you're playing this first note, I'm going to play for you once just so you can hear what it sounds like, and then try to get that note going on your own as well. So you take a big breath, say your lips, and then try to get that buzz going. A good thing to do also is try to get your tongue involved on the start of the note. So you're going almost like you're saying two. Or it also feels like maybe you're spitting out watermelon seeds if you ever eaten watermelon, or some sunflower seeds if you spit out the remaining part of the sunflower. But you're starting the buzz going. So it sounds like this. So that note that I played is a little too low. So you actually want to go a little higher. And the way to get to the higher note is you're going to tighten up the corners of your mouth a tiny bit more. Again, it's going to feel like a little weird smile. And you're going to push faster air to get to the higher note. So see if you can hear the difference between the low note and the G. So the low note first. Now the G. So make sure we're practicing tightening up corners of your mouth a little bit more and pushing faster air. Okay? So that's our first note. Here we're going to be holding the note. You can see there's an arrow pointing across for that first note. And then there's this vertical line separating that note and the next area that says rest. That's called a bar line. Okay? And the bar line is what helps create the divide with all our music into what are called measures. So if you look at line 1, we have the first note there with the arrow. That's measure 1. Then the next area here that says rest, that's measure 2. You can see how it's being divided by those 2 vertical lines. The next area where we have another note with a little arrow, that's measure 3. And then that last spot there with the second rest, that's measure 4. So we have measure 1, measure 2, measure 3, and measure 4. And you're going to see all our music divided by those measures, by those bar lines to create measures. So if you ever hear one of us saying, let's start on measure 2, you can count from the beginning to see where we're starting. Okay? So looking at line 1, set your playing position. Remember, not too low, not too high, just right. And I'm going to be counting up to 4 with you, and that way we are playing that note for 4 beats. So every time you see me moving my hand, that's 1 beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to play that note for that long, and then for the rest, same thing. We're going to be resting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play it for you once just so you can hear it and see how I'm going to be doing it and counting, and then you'll try it with me, okay? So line 1, ready, and rest, 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 play. Rest, 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 rest. And every now and then you're going to see me lifting my hand from the trumpet, either hand, to help count. Don't do that. Make sure you're always holding your trumpet with both hands, okay? Always have a good solid grip of the instrument at all times. So let's give this line 1 a try together. Set your playing position. Make sure the mouthpiece is right there where it needs to be. Make sure you have both hands on the instrument. Here we go. Ready, play. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Nice job. Good. And if at any point you need to go back, there are timestamps at the bottom of each video moving forward that'll show you each exercise, so you can always go back to those. Okay? So let's go now to line 2. Line 2, count and play. We are now introduced to our quarter notes, and those are the black dots with a little stem sticking out of them. And as you can see, each one of those notes has the G in the middle of them. That's letting you know that's a G note, which we just learned. Each one of these notes gets 1 beat. So every time you see me counting, that's 1 beat. So since we have here at the beginning 4 of those notes in a row, we're going to be playing each one of those notes individually. So 2, 2, 2, 2, basically using the tongue that we just talked about, kind of kick-starting each note. Okay, so that's something to practice on your own if you feel like the tongue is kind of a little weird trying to start each note. You don't have to stick your tongue out your mouth. Okay, make sure we're not going to that extreme. It's almost like your tongue is tapping the back of your teeth. It's not leaving my mouth in any way, shape, or form. And if I just had it set up, nothing's moving. Okay, the lips are still buzzing when you start playing, but your tongue is just kind of kick-starting the air, the push of the air. Okay, and then after those quarter notes on measure 2, we have these weird squiggly lines. Those are our quarter rest. Same thing as the quarter notes, except we don't play in those. Okay, so here we have play, 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 then rest, 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 rest. And then we do that again. Play, 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 rest, 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 rest. And underneath line 2, you can see the counts where they added the 1, 2, 3, 4. They have the and if you decide to use your foot to tap. So tap down 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you can follow along with when I'm counting with your foot. It makes it a little bit easier to stay in time with me. So I'll play line 2 for you once, and I'll count along as we're playing, and then we'll play it together. So here we go, line 2. Ready? Play. Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. All right, let's try it. Here we go. Set your playing position. Set your correct hand positions on your trumpet. Remember, nothing pushed down. Ready? Play. Nice job. Every now and then I'll kind of get out of the way in counting just to make sure that you're counting on your own as well. Okay? Let's now look at line 3. Line 3. So here we're learning a new note. As you can see underneath where it says F, there's 3 little dots. One of them is blocked in, the other are hollow. That's letting you know that you're pushing down on your first valve here. So your first finger, index finger, we're going to be starting to push that note down. It's going to be a little bit lower than the G we just played, so just make sure we're pushing down on the correct valve there. So here we have, similar to line 1, you're going to be playing that note for 4 counts. Da. Then we have rest again for 4 counts. And then play the note again, da, and then ending again on rest. So I'll play it for you once while counting, and then follow along your music. And then you can practice counting with me as I'm playing. Okay? So here's line 3. Ready? Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Notice that I was doing that. You don't have to lift your fingers off the trumpet. I'm doing that just so you can visually see that. You always want to have your fingers pretty much just on the valves at all times when you're playing. Okay? So every now and then I'll let you know if I do something a little weird. That's mostly just to show you what I want you to do, which is make sure you're playing your first valve. But you don't have to do that. I was just doing that so you can see that. Okay? Let's give that a try together. Line 3. Here we go. Set your playing position. Here we go. First valve. Ready? Play. Awesome job. Great. Let's keep it going. Let's go now to line 4. Two's a team. So now we're going between those 2 notes we just learned. Your F, first valve, and your G. Nothing, push down. Okay? So here, we're starting on our F. We play that note 4 times. Then we play those 4 quarter rests, those squiggly lines. Making sure we're not playing through those and just counting 1, 2, 3, 4. After that measure there, we go to our G. We have 4 Gs in a row. Remember, nothing pushed down for those. And then we end on those 4 beats of silence again. So I'll play it once for you, following along your music. Number 4. Ready? Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. Okay? Let's give it a try together. So set up your playing position, starting on your first valve, F. Here we go. Ready? Play. Nice job. Great. Let's go on now to line 5, heading down. So now we're learning a new note. Here is our E. So we still use our first valve. Now we're adding our second valve. So we have our first finger and our second finger, our index finger and middle finger. So both of those are down for our E. It's going to be a little bit lower than the F. And let's give this one a try. So again, we hold it for 4 beats. Make sure we take a nice big breath to hold that note that long. Followed by 4 beats of rest, 4 beats of the note, then 4 beats of rest again. I'll play it for you once, and then we'll play it together. So here's line 5, me first. Ready? Rest, 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 rest. Rest, 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 rest. All right, your turn. Join me. So remember, first and second finger. Make sure both hands are on the trumpet. Here we go. Ready? Play. Nice job. Awesome. Let's keep it rolling and finish strong with line 6. Moving on up. Now we're going to combine all 3 notes we just learned. Your E, first and second finger. Your F, just first finger. And then G. Look, ma, no hands, right? Nothing pushed down. So here for line 6, we're starting on our E. We have a total of 5 E's in a row. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1 because we're starting a new measure. You can see the counts underneath of line 6, making sure we're keeping track of just going up to 4. Okay, so you can think of it either way. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So we have a total of 5 notes that we play there. Then we have 3 quarter rests, 3 squiggly lines of silence. So make sure we're counting those in our head correctly, and I'll count aloud with you as we're playing this. Then we come in on our E one more time, actually 2 more times. We play that note twice. Then we're going to move up to our F, and we play that note twice. And then our last note G, nothing pushed down. And then we end with 3 quarter rests. So I'll play it for you once, following along. Line 6. Ready? Rest, rest, rest. Rest, rest, rest. Got a little sticky valve there. But basically, that's the idea. Okay, so let's give it a try together. I'll keep counting with you as we're going through this. So let's give it a try together. Get your playing position going. Make sure we are starting with our E, first and second valve pushed together. Here we go. Ready, play. Awesome job. All right. If you need to review any of these, please go back in the video and play them again. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one.